Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life Sunny. My name is Cam, and I'm joined by my co-host Sam. So, in this show, we just rewatch really one of our favorite show. One of our favorite shows. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and we commentate over it. And it's kind of light-hearted, satirical show, so it's not we don't get too in depth with how it was made and all this. Although we've been watching and listening to the podcast, I should say, so it's given us some insights. But Sam, I'm super excited to now watch the second episode. It's just such a blast watching this this show really. And before I forget, we also have another satirical show called It's a Progressive World. You can find links to that below. Sam, did I forget to mention any of the super important things that we need to mention in the beginning of the show, or are we all good and we should
Did
just
we go?
get right into
Did we
the
say
second
like,
episode? Oh, please like
subscribe,
and subscribe or consider
ring
doing
the
so
bell,
kindly if you may, if
uh,
you wish. Nah,
sign
the
up to the
bell. No,
newsletter,
I'm against the
send us
bell.
your money. Oh,
That I like.
please send us your. Just yeah. All right, let's jump into it, I guess.
You ready? You got your microphone on at the right
Yes,
place?
yes,
All right, brilliant.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
there we go.
Mm.
All right, so we're just gonna watch it live, guys. But we watched the episode recently, so we won't get too distracted, and we're just gonna try to talk over it and have some fun. So let's get this party.
So, are you gonna do one, two, three, go, or?
Oh, sorry, that was my 1, 2, 3 go. Let's get this party started. You want to do it? 1, 2, 3 go.
Yes, let's.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So Sam, what's the name of the second episode?
So the second episode is called Charlie Wants an Abortion, which is just like I love
Makes
the
no
title. It's
sense.
just it just tells you everything.
Especially once you
Come,
find out the story because it's like from like a chick from 10 years
yeah,
ago. So it's just like
yeah, exactly. What's abortion? I wish. Oh man, we get to it, but that's just the best line of this episode. I wish I could go back and do the right thing. Get abortion.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
they're awful. They're awful people. But
But here
what
it's
is
funny. They're
going?
playing some basketball.
Mm,
I feel like after the first
you can
few
maybe.
seasons, they could never play basketball. Although there's one episode where Dennis is like teaching, I'm sorry, Mac teaches Charlie how to play hockey or something. I don't know how that comes up. And of course, there's also the whole karate angle, which is just absolutely hilarious.
Karate?
Yeah, man, Mac gets obsessed with karate, like starting like the third or fourth season, and he's all about karate, and like he
Oh
sees
yeah,
himself as
martial
the
arts.
bodyguard, as the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
bodyguard of
bodyguard.
like the gang.
I don't see that. I don't see that as martial arts in general. It's not karate per se. But yeah, oh man, the whole fucking Charlie wants an abortion. It's the whole what's it called? The drinks. What was it? The crow milk or was it crow milk? Milk cum. Man. So let me tell you this. You remember I told you that at the end of each episode they play their voices backwards.
Yeah, yeah.
They record their voice and there's a hidden message at the end of
Mm.
the very end of the credits, and it's played backwards. It's all the same for each season, so they do it once for each season. And for season one, it's guess what's the guess what's the thing they recorded?
Cigarettes rule. Because through the podcast, I found out uh, I mean,
They were all
it,
smokers.
yeah, I don't know about Charlie. That's why I started hesitating. I
Hmm.
think it was more Mac and
Did
Dennis.
you remember if they said they quit or no? Are they still
Dennis
smoking?
Dennis has quit. Sorry, Mac has quit, and Dennis too. But Dennis says that every now and then I think that cigarettes are just disgusting, but no, when I have one, it's so delicious and it's amazing. But so yeah, but yeah, they have quit. Like they're not heavy smokers anymore. Because yeah, they mentioned how they smoke near some famous people and this and that.
Oh
But
yeah,
man,
near
smoking is
Paul
great
Thomas
for
Anderson.
socializing,
That
man.
is
I'm telling you.
well, he didn't socialize though. He said I smoke near Paul
Yeah, but
Thomas
yeah.
Anderson. He didn't, so it didn't work in your. No, it's just great as in doing some it fills up time so
Yeah.
well. See, even in season one, they were like very much like making him a religious nut job,
Yeah, yeah,
Mac. Like
man.
it was already like Genesis. So weird.
And his shirt
Well,
too here,
oh,
though.
so
Look
wait,
at
wait,
it.
wait.
If I
Before
see
I
them, I'm gonna be
forget,
like, are you guys sure that you weren't angling as Mac being gay from the beginning? I don't believe
yeah,
that.
the pink, yeah,
I mean, these are stereotypes, but that would make sense in their show for, these kind of
I know.
stereotypes. I
It's
don't
just
know.
it feels very. But then again, though, if you think about it this way, that they went back, watched it,
Yeah.
and reworked it as into his character, it kind of makes sense. But before I forget, at the end of the season one episodes, they
True.
say you are stupid for playing this forward.
That's
So, ha
funny.
ha ha. So
So
now
yeah,
Charlie and Dennis are trying to pick up the meet up with Charlie's child, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean the
Man, they
kid is
by the way,
just
the
so funny.
child
He's
is
just like a typical. Apparently, he's 11 here. They talk about it, and the kid is just so freaking
that
rude.
yeah, that's not typical of any, I don't know. The
No,
kid is
but like
crazy.
like a rude like kid who just like only has a
Man,
mother now and gets to say and do
yeah, wait,
whatever
wait,
he wants.
check. Did you see the TV? Did you see the TV inside her house?
No, I missed it.
It was an old TV. It was like an old light
Mm,
bulby TV, and this is from 2005, and it's so weird. And it's until I think 2008, you would still have these TVs, but now it's almost like they've gone extinct. Like
yeah,
TVs with
I
a
mean, I think
batch.
I remember we bought I think our first like flat screen TV that was like either like attached put on the wall or like almost attached to the wall and stuff in 2004. I want to say I remember before that we started getting like the TVs that were the screen was a bit flatter, right? There was like something going on, but there was still a back
Yeah, yeah,
until
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Plasma were first, and then you had then I mean, LCD was for a long time, and then you had LED, which was, oh my God, this part is crazy. Well, that's a
So
free.
here they're
What
trying
is a
to
free?
they want to get like a
Yeah,
blood test to make sure that the kid is Charlie's kid or not. And Dennis is just getting
the-
hit by an absolutely disgusting person. There's no other way of putting it.
yeah, a prostitute, baby.
No, 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 no,
Uh,
no, no.
that's a
Don't.
prostitute
I know, but not all
for 10,
prostitutes look like that. Okay, you don't need to shame all
man.
prostitutes based on this person.
Oh, actually,
Maybe in Philadelphia,
we
based on
no, man.
based on their
I don't know.
representation of Philadelphia.
In my very few and quite there was some distance. This is like no, man. They are. Oh, yeah. Maybe not in fucking Amsterdam, the one place where it's legalized, but everywhere else, prostitutes are usually fucked up. It's not an easy job,
True,
man.
true. I mean, nowadays maybe there's a wider
They
range,
are. I mean, it's
or
they
like an
should
escort or something.
legalized. Oh my God, I forgot he bit Charlie's hand. It's crazy. Child is crazy. Oh, this part is so good. I love it when Mac is visiting this Christian sort of center that is
Yeah.
anti-abortion, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to meet her free?" And he's like, "Look, lady, I'm not interested in your cult bullshit type thing. I'm just in your losery thing. I just want some material to go and use it against my friends." He's just looking for. This is, by the way, what internet has become. You just go look for arguments to win arguments against other people, basically. That's yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, and so here he comes across and he meets this girl, and I know this girl from uh Entourage, I want to say. That's what
Oh
she's in,
really?
but I think she was also
She's
perhaps in the
somewhat
OC.
famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was in some teenage show or something when we were young. Something like OC, maybe not the Hill or whatever it was. 1-3 Hill, whatever. No, I feel like she must be a mermaid in
It
some teenage
wasn't.
TV show or something.
No, I'm pretty sure
I,
she's
I hate dead fetuses. Jesus Christ. Oh, Mac.
trying to bring up
Have you
the.
seen girls like that though?
Oh yeah,
Like pro crazy, pro religious, pro. Really?
yeah,
Have you?
yeah. I'm pretty, well, I mean, I don't know if I've seen them in TV shows or in real life, but yeah,
Oh, I mean
they
in real
exist.
life. I've seen the Muslim versions. I've never seen a Christian
Oh yeah,
version.
no, for sure. I'm sure they.
I'm sure they exist. I'm just saying I've never seen. I've seen like the thing was the every like religious people I've met like mostly they really keep it to themselves. Really like the anti like I think they
No, but I
know
mean,
how unpopular.
like for instance, I've seen like in Canada and stuff, like the anti-abortion people like protesting on the streets and all this. So I mean, some are
Oh
like this. So
really?
yeah, I wouldn't say it's unrealistic. And once I saw it, I was
No,
just
it's no
laughing
no,
my
I'm not saying
ass
that it's
off.
unrealistic. No, no, I'm just saying I haven't seen them. You
Hmm.
like what are they like? I was gonna ask you what are they like do they smell funny or are they
They're just into God and Savior and Jesus Christ.
Uh,
So
yeah, no, it's just
Autumn Reeser, that's her name. That's weird ass name.
oh, this is now Charlie's again trying to use D, not again, but this is probably first of many. Use D to make a waitress, as she's called, jealous, and um,
Okay, so that girl was definitely an entourage, as I remember correctly. She was in 10 episodes.
every
And
fucking girl who's been in Hollywood
OC,
was in that.
31 episodes in OC. Yeah.
31. Wow, she.
Yeah.
Who was she? No, see, I remember a bit.
She must. Yeah, I think she's just like the other girl that Ryan dates for a bit.
Oh, that's helpful
She has to
because
be. That's the
Ryan
only
just
thing.
scared. Besides Marissa, I don't remember who else. Ryan dates a lot of girls. Man, we should do a commentary of OC after we
Okay,
saw.
I don't
That's a
know.
great show.
It still airs on British TV. I have some British channels here,
Yeah, yeah.
and
In the mornings,
yeah,
sometimes.
this.
It's so good. It's perfect.
But so the whole waitress obsession is very well developed from the get-go.
Oh yeah, very well. And it's by the way, again, you remember like privately I told you, um, this fucking big sister, big brother program. What the fuck is this? It's so weird. It seems like a program set up to just enable child abuse to me. It's just so weird. Yeah, we're gonna have a stranger sort of meet up with a orphan child who has no family to protect, who has nobody to trust. It's
Yeah,
it's so weird to me. I don't get it. This Big
I
Brother thing.
guess, but I
Have
guess
do they
maybe in
have you
some
heard?
context, if the person is not, a messed up pedophile, maybe something good comes out of it.
How do you know though? It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I never trust my kids with it. I think I don't know. What did you have you heard of anything like that in Europe? Big Brother, Big Sisters, or like that? Or I've
But I mean,
heard of
I
cops
wouldn't
coming
have
to the
heard of
school.
Big Brother or Big Sister if it wasn't through TV and movie, So
Movies.
like, so and it's not like
But
I
it,
watch European shows. Yeah.
I well I no.
No, I swear this is
Oh,
just
this
so
is
realistic.
man. Is this by the way like the ones you saw in Canada, or do you know like is it as bad as like this shows? Because to
Man,
me
once I
this
was
seems
just
quite
laughing my
the ones
ass off, man.
they
The
usually
one
are
time I saw it, I
fewer
was
than
just
this.
laughing my ass off. There were older people fine, there were fewer than this, and we were
Uh,
driving, like going to a cottage or sh chalet thing, and it was through a small town. And there was like this old
mm.
people, and there was like an old grandpa. And at the same time, I felt bad, but
Oh,
I was driving and I filmed
so
him,
old, yeah.
and I was kind of like filming him as if like I'm at the zoo and I'm seeing like an exotic animal for
Like,
the first time. I'm like, I should
yeah, I know,
capture
right?
this. At the same time, I was feeling bad because it was like this older guy and
It's
stuff, and I
it's
was just.
going extinct. Poor animal. It doesn't.
But at
It's
the
going
same time, it was
extinct.
just so funny, like in the middle of the town, and they're holding these. I guess it's just like any other protest. I don't know, but yeah, I still like
And
I just
that's why
remember
that was a
mixed
joke I was
feelings.
making. that was the joke I was making, which you didn't play along with at all, which I was like, did they smell and all that? I was gonna like we could have riffed on that. That do they have three legs?
No, but that's the thing.
What
They're
is their
not. They're
natural
very
habitat?
normal. This was just a normal grandpa. Like you wouldn't have been able to tell. There was
Yeah,
nothing
that's
strange about him. He was just a normal
mm.
old bald guy with a little bit of white hair, like a 7-year-old. There was nothing. The only weird thing about him was that he was holding that sign.
Yeah, I know, I
Besides that,
know.
he was just your
In the
average
cold
Joe.
outside.
That was a summer.
Oh,
I'll
but
give
Charlie found out that he's actually not the father, but
it.
he still wants to take the kid
Exactly.
out just to. And the mother is okay with that. Oh,
But
yeah,
why?
fine,
And he
take
just takes
it.
the kid to the bar, though. That's all he
Wait,
does. Oh, true.
no, but he want for the waitress to
Yeah,
prove that
true.
he's doing a Big Brother thing. Yeah, man, it's just what's his name? Max. Just uh, like he's the fact that his t-shirts are always reflecting some of his ideology or
Yeah.
the thing that he's going through at that moment is just great. I mean, this is a sleeveless shirt, but
Yeah. Do you think that maybe since he's the creator of the show, based on my understanding, like his own character, he had thought about it a lot more and all that? I mean, the other ones are fully developed, not fully developed, but they are quite developed. So kind of taking back what I said, but do you think there's any of that that, he knew more what to
I
do
think
with
each
himself?
oh, I think actors like had a sort of general guideline and knew
Mm,
where the characters were, and like with the general as the show went on, and I kind of they say that on the podcast that as the show went on, they decided that it's going to become more sitcom-y
mm,
and characters going to become more exaggerated. So like what you said about in the last episode about Dennis dancing, like, at first
yeah,
he was very opposed to that type of thing. But so I think it's just actors over time develop. I don't think they had too much planning,
yeah.
like
There was some stuff
premeditation.
apparently they were very like adamant about, like the number of cameras and how the cameras should be shooting and all this. So they didn't seem like they weren't like
Oh,
the biggest pushovers, like, compared to the studio telling them what to do.
I mean, yeah, and famously they made the pilot with a very, very, very low
Mm.
budget. I think like something like $10,000 or something, or maybe
Yeah, I
the
mean they
first
don't
season.
mention
I
how
forget.
much they got paid, but they're like, it's like there's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
to
probably
mention.
nothing.
But I love
Yeah.
how they don't know about things. Like apparently they talk Charlie and Dennis, they're like talking in the podcast how in real life, like both of them went for an audition or somewhere. And like Dennis, they gave him a rental car. And Charlie like didn't get one. He's like, what the hell? You could get like a garbage car, you know? That kind of guy, like, they go, so there's like, free food coupons or something for all the
Yeah.
attendees, but like they didn't get it or something.
Nothing.
Wait,
It's
what?
yeah.
You guys
He's
didn't have to pay
he's the
for
George.
it?
He's like the George of the group or the Larry David of the yeah. He just yeah.
Oh, you guys
Oh man.
auditioned
By the
for
way,
free? I had to give
I
them
had to
some
pay.
money.
But did you say Dennis does not use his Dennis system in this
Oh
episode? This
yeah,
thing. He's very much like a douchebag.
yeah,
He hits on women.
yeah.
Very like obvious. I love it. Like you saw this T-shirt. It's a great T-shirt.
And he doesn't have his Range Rover yet. When does he get his Range Rover? That's like just
Oh, that's
such a
good. Yeah, the
it's
golden
so
gun.
it goes so well with him, like being a broke guy
Oh,
like
but
him, but buying like a secondhand old car that kind of looks good, but it's just like you
yeah,
have to
like
take it to
for
the
the car.
garage every other day. He loves that Range Rover.
Yeah. But by the way, I showed you these posters from season one. You can see this is
Yeah.
posters before. You see, like I feel like these two especially, these two could have been posters for a like a Friends clone or something,
Mm.
instead of what it is,
But maybe they're
you know.
joking. No, this is more like I'm getting like NSYNC vibes here. I think here they're making fun of boy bands in this one particularly. No, go to the other one that you were on. So this one,
Yes.
um, no, the other one. Click on it. Yeah, this one. I think here they're making this is, I don't know, this one really gives me vibes of like that era of like either like a boy band like
I don't think they're
NSYNC.
making fun of it. I think it was that era. It was to that like it was yeah, it was 2005, man. It
But
was
no, but they're
like
kind of trying to look
2008,
cute though. But look, they're trying
2008.
to look cute though. Look at their facial expressions.
Yeah, I don't think this was a mocking. I think like producers had like photo shoots arranged, but
Like Mac is
it's
almost doing
just
like like the like that like
squint.
the duck face.
Yeah, yeah. Not the
Yeah,
duck. No, the duck lips. No, a
almost.
squint. He's doing a
Yeah.
squint. No, I'm. Who knows? Who knows? I'll try to look into the if there's any history of the photo shoots or posters or something. Or this kind of reminds me of Big Bang Theory, the other one, the
Oh, look.
shittier
Yeah.
poster.
Sorry, so D is also left-handed, it seems. Look, this is what I'm telling you. Mac is left-handed. He's throwing the eggs with his left hand. And I saw D do the same too. Look. It's a very
Oh wow,
important
you're very
observation. You should have. Yeah.
observant.
And apparently these eggs, did you hear
I
that? At
love
first they were throwing at him and they
things.
weren't cracking. And he was like, it was hurting so
Yeah.
much. And then he started putting holes in them. Uh,
I love how we can like this establishes what becomes like their
yeah.
best thing in the sorry, just Matt just said you gotta get an abortion. Yes. How's our situation different? Well, we didn't mean to.
That's like a brilliant It's Always Sunny joke, man.
That's such. But I swear to God, I've seen so many people that genuinely think like that. That like, no, it's abortion is bad. But no,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get to, like.
Oh man,
It
I
was a
love it.
test. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
but she did have sex with him, so kind of. I feel like
Oh, let me
the
tell you
test should have
something
gone.
crazy though. Let me tell you something crazy though.
Mm.
So about the show, I don't know. This is okay, fine. It's not crazy. But so Mac is actually from Philadelphia, right? Do you know
Yep.
where Dennis was born? But I don't know why.
No,
On his Wikipedia, it just says where he was born, but I don't know how he ended up there. In
no, New
Japan.
York. I don't know. Probably military family.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. I was thinking of
check.
that. Yeah, I was thinking military or yeah, or like movies, but that wouldn't
That's
make
pretty
sense,
cool.
no?
What or what?
Movies, but that wouldn't make sense, no?
Maybe. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be anything. To be honest, there was a lot of people going for work in 80s, especially
True. And
to
Charlie was born in New York.
business. Um, well,
And did you hear that whole thing? Apparently, like the kid, like when he spat in his face, the director like wanted to cut the scene, and then they go into this whole thing in the podcast. They talk about it. How, like, what the hell? Why would the director cut the scene? And then Dennis is like, "Listen, if I'm doing a stunt and I break my arm or something, I don't want the director to cut the scene. Just make sure you have the shot. I don't want my I broke my arm for this scene. Then cut the."
that's true. That's yeah, very good point. I didn't think of it that way. Famously, that's a lot of famous shots are actually people are getting
Yeah.
physically hurt. Like
Yeah,
the
for
reaction
sure.
is real.
And did you
Oh
hear what they
man,
wanted to
Charlie,
call
poor
the
Charlie.
show first? They were first thinking of calling it Jerk, but they're like, that's not
Jerks.
good. And then apparently the movie version they were gonna make in the beginning or something like that, they were gonna call it It's Always Sunny on TV. And then they just
Oh, I
landed It's
had
Always
didn't hear
Sunny in
that.
Philadelphia, although damn in the show. Although it's like really a mouthful and they're right, but people somehow remember it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it just makes
Yeah,
no sense.
yeah.
I
It.
doubt
I
it's
mean,
always
it
sunny.
became a thing. I
Yeah.
mean, through hard work and 2 decades now
Dedication,
of yeah,
perseverance.
sure. Yeah,
But
I have to
okay.
say this episode feels the ending is not quite as good as some of the other
Mm.
ones.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
got a bit distracted there at the end.
yeah. No, fair enough. But yeah, I love the whole. Yeah, we didn't mean to get pregnant. Not the same. Yeah,
Oh man, that was
one of the better.
brilliant. All
But I
right.
have to say
Any
that's
final words?
like yeah, like rewatching this, and this is the second time I'm watching this now. Like this is I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure this is the third time I'm watching them because I whenever I do It's Always Sunny rewatch, I always restart from season two because
Mm,
always in my head was, oh, first season was such a
yeah.
chore, but now because it's so much funnier, I have to say now it's so much
Yeah.
funnier now that
I mean, I
I know.
fully enjoyed
Yeah,
watching those 3 episodes
yeah,
in
yeah,
advance.
exactly. It's just yeah. Again, I think it's mostly because I know the characters, but also
Yeah.
I get the jokes more. I think older, you know.
Yeah, well,
Because
that's
I
for
think,
sure.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we were watching it. The time we were watching it together, at least, we were watching it in 2007, 2008, because that's the time we were in the same
Yeah,
location.
so that would mean
So,
second or third season or so.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
But
oh
how do you
man,
think they got Danny DeVito? Maybe in one of the in the future podcast episodes that
producers.
will come up. The producers approached him, or
Oh,
did Danny DeVito
yeah, it does. It
like
does come
watch the
up.
show?
I think I don't know if it comes up in their podcast, but in interviews, Rob McLehaney has mentioned it that the producer said you need to add somebody like with some gravitas or famous, and I think
And Jesus Christ, who they
and
got?
he
They're like, okay, here's
man
Danny DeVito.
they man that's like it's so funny because he said at first we were
It's like,
some
go get
resistance,
a good
and
player.
it
Okay, here's
was
Messi.
yeah, it's like yeah, it's so what the fuck? Like, is that I thought studios are always like, oh, you can't have the best guy, you can't have the best blah. You have to do what with what you have. No, the studio is coming up to you and he's telling you, you know, you do want the best like actor that has ever one of the top like five actors that has ever. Do you want him? No or yes? No. I don't.
But it's through their
Like I
work, though. I guess I'm guessing Danny DeVito was a fan, though. If not, why would he agree to just do a random TV show?
I don't know. Yeah. Although you know, Danny DeVito has done like he did Taxi, the sitcom many years ago. Very good. It was good sitcom for
Or
its
maybe
time.
he liked it.
1970s. Maybe he liked it too, but yeah, but it was just no. It's just so odd that the way I heard the story from
Yeah.
McLeaney that you know a studio told us we have to add somebody and we were like resistance and then you know they like I was like
Yeah,
it
well, they
was just
probably thought it
reverse
was
of
gonna be
everything
like,
I heard about Hollywood system, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
and
true.
Danny
Yeah.
DeVito, like, yeah.
But at
Do you
first,
want?
when they
Would you
said
like
that, they
Robert De
probably thought
Niro?
like, oh, okay, they want to bring in like Joey from Friends or something. Like, I don't know. They're probably like skeptical
Oh,
of the
maybe,
angle that the studio was gonna go with. You know what I mean?
maybe,
Like,
maybe.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. So, like some young, fresh, like
yeah, Zac
influencer or
Efron is
something.
gonna be
Yeah,
on your show.
yeah.
Nothing against
Fair
Zac
enough, fair enough.
Efron, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, like not maybe fit with the
Yeah,
um atmosphere, but yeah, man. Danny DeVito is the. I can't wait for. Yeah,
yeah,
let's
it's gonna be good.
get to next episode so we can get to Danny DeVito as fast as possible.
For sure. So, folks, hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll see you in our next episode.